let's switch gears. You mentioned this earlier. I wrote it down, and I figured it'd be a good final topic before we take a couple questions, although we have like 1,200 people watching right now, and the questions come fast. So if you find one you like, fine. But first, I have a question for you. You mentioned
ones previously.
Okay, well then we don't have to find. You can just remember, and we can talk about them. But you mentioned right off the bat that you're not like we've just been going on 45 minutes on how awful things are, how bleak things are. But the first thing you said was, look, they could win next week. They could beat the Rams. I'm not writing them off yet. They could bounce back. And I got to feel like the 49ers feel like they could bounce back too. I'm not saying they will, but they could. So what does that look like? What is that scenario where the 49ers, quote unquote, bounce back?
Well, I think it comes down. Look, the defense, I think the defense is not going to be anywhere close to as bad as yesterday because that was just pathetic. But
Right.
they're not going to be the defense that you saw versus the Giants, the Jets, or the Eagles.
No, but they should be functional if they get like Sherman or Mosley back.
Right.
One of the two.
They'll be pretty good. They'll be
fine. Yeah, they'll be fine.
They'll be whatever.
They'll be mediocre.
All right. It's not a bad defense. Yeah. It's okay.
No. Yeah.
It's not going to be the Cowboys. That's pathetic.
No. It'll be like they'll give up like 23 points a game, ranked 15th, 16th. Yeah.
Right.
Got it.
Right.
Yeah.
But the offense, look, you still got that bad man calling plays. He's still that guy calling plays. Exactly, is he that guy? Is he still that guy? I mean, I know you still have questions. I still believe in him. He's got one more week where I'm going to stay believing in him like this. And he can still cook up a game plan next week. We know he's capable of it. We know he can do it. Where, look, as bad as the quarterback play has been, it's not going to be better. But he can still do it where he can hide the quarterback and find ways to get the ball to Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, and Deebo Samuel. Raheem Mostert played as hard as anybody yesterday. He was great.
Run the ball.
Right. And he can
run the ball.
Him and Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel, they both can still get it done. Yes. So let's wait till we see next week. Let's see what they do against the Rams. That's a division game. It's on Sunday night. Hopefully they're hyped up. Hopefully they're ready to play because they weren't ready to play the last 2 weeks. And so if they are, then they still have an opportunity to move the season along.
I'm with you on that. It seems to me that they're 2-3 and the offense has no identity and just scored only 17 points. But when you look at their numbers, they're averaging 5 yards per carry. Their top 2 running backs are having terrific years. And although the offensive line is struggling, it's performing well enough in the run game for these guys to average 5 yards a carry. So if Kyle Shanahan could just get back to his identity and I know it sounds so cliche and so passe, but like establish the run game, do it early in the game, get 10 carries in the first quarter.
Do not drop him back with the way Aaron Donald's playing.
Exactly. Honestly, they could come out and run for 200 yards against the Rams. I thought they should have been able to do that against the Dolphins. If they're committed and they make it their priority to run 30 times and to impose their will, I think they could do it too. So look, the main thing as a Niner fan that you should be encouraged about is, look, no one's stopping the run game. Shanahan stopping the run game. If maybe 3 losses at home will be enough for him to figure out, all right, let's go back to last year where I pull out all the trick plays, the end arounds, the Army offense, and just run the ball 40 times. I don't see why not. It seems like they can do it, especially if they're going against, well, the bad teams are in the past, but they can do it.
Real quick. Someone in the comments section brought up that was the plan versus the Dolphins, but then they gave up three quick TDs. And we talked about this on the phone, so let's touch on it real quick, what we both said then. So I told that to Grant, and Grant's point was I watched the NFC Championship game at Atlanta. He said he was there, and he saw Frank Gore walk up to Jim Harbaugh when it looked like things were going to be when that
21-0
crazy. It looked like it was going to be a blowout. Julio Jones had one of the greatest first quarters in playoff history.
Yep.
And Frank Gore said, "It's okay, calm down, let's run the football." And they ran the football, and they won, and they ended up winning that game. And look, I think that is a valid point from Grant that they should stick with the run. But
before we move on, real quick, what was important about what they did is that they had confidence in their identity and didn't panic and didn't give up on it in the first half of the biggest game of their lives.
Right.
They said, you know what? We believe in ourselves. We have confidence that we can win our way. And they did. When Shanahan gives up on his run game in the second quarter against the Dolphins, who are 1-3, it's like, dude, you should have more confidence.
Right.
Kittle's on the field, Juszczyk's on the field, Mostert's on the field. Give him a chance. Okay, keep going.
And to be fair, I did make one counterpoint to Grant that he also agreed with, that there was a bad man as the defensive coordinator for the 49ers at the time. And if you remember, during that time, I think before the Super Bowl, he shut out the Packers in the second half and he shut out the Falcons in the second half because he made a lot of adjustments. Now, Robert Saleh is still young. He's still growing. Yeah. But adjustments don't seem to be the guy's forte. So
Fangio was the master. That guy was like Splinter in Ninja Turtles. I don't know if Ninja Turtles were before your time, but Splinter was like the karate master. I mean, that was kind of Fangio. He'd seen everything. He was brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's still
Yep. Absolutely. Shanahan is not West Coast. Pass to set up, run is wrong. Yeah, he's East Coast. Yeah. He's run to set up, pass. And against the Eagles, he came out passing. Against the Dolphins, he came out running, but abandoned it quickly. Yeah, I mean, the identity is the run first.
The essence of this offense, like, they have the quick passing game because he worked with John Gruden and all of that. But he really wants to run the football to set up shots. That's why he likes Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins stands in the pocket tough and can throw a deep ball. He wants to go deep play action and take shots. The difference between Matt Ryan 2016 and Matt Ryan 2017, look it up. Matt Ryan worked on his deep ball. He talked about how he worked on his deep ball and his relationship with Kyle improved.
I mean, honestly, if you're going to be a quick passing offense, you should be a shotgun offense. What is the advantage of being under center if the ball's going to come out in a second and a half?
Right.
You're just turning your back. You're closer to the offensive line. Someone could step on your foot. Someone could knock your ball down. They turned basically, it's like New England from under center. They should just be in the shotgun if that's what you are.
Yeah. And what does Beathard do? Like, why do you think he likes Beathard? He's tough and he throws a deep ball.
That's what he did at Iowa. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's a feathery deep ball. He doesn't throw with a ton of arm strength but he has the nice trajectory, like the tip. Yeah, I mean, it's a good deep, although it's not accurate. It has the right distance, but when he called some shots for Beathard yesterday and he missed wildly. Because you know what? He stinks. I'm tired of CJ Beathard. I was like, hey, maybe in his 11th start. No. I mean, real quick, what did you see from CJ Beathard yesterday? Am I being too hard on him?
Yeah, I think you're being too hard on him. Okay. Again, you're watching the game there. Dude, watching the game on TV, it looked like they were pattern matching every route in man coverage, which is a Patriots special. They pattern match better than everybody, and it seemed like they were ready for everything. Every throw seemed like, one, they got pressure on him, and two, every throw seemed to be contested. And look, there were a couple of holding calls and a couple of phantom holding calls on number 40 on the Dolphins that saved the Niners a little bit. Otherwise, it could have gotten a little ugly. Yeah. So I think you're being hard on Beathard. I mean, Beathard is what he is, and I don't think he could have succeeded in that game yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, behind this offensive line, you really need a guy who can – you need Russell Wilson. You need Russell Wilson.